Hi everyone, this is Leah from Manuscript Manager and welcome to our tutorial video today where we will be showing how an associate editor invites reviewers. Today I will be logging in as associate editor Andy Bear. I will click the icon and that will bring me right into Andy Bear, associate editor's dashboard. The dashboard is broken up into 4 sections with reports, graphs, manuscripts in review, and a to-do list. On the to-do list, you'll see the 6 manuscripts that have been newly assigned to this associate editor. I will click that list and get into a more detailed view of those manuscripts. This detailed view shows manuscript submission details on the left, editorial staff details, and also the number of days this manuscript has been in review. In the second column. In the third column we have a short status update, and on the right we have a view details option. What we would be doing today would be viewing the details of an individual manuscript to decide if we would take responsibility for that manuscript and go further in the process and invite reviewers for that manuscript. So we will be viewing the details of manuscript number 117. Now we are in the Details tab of manuscript number 117. This page includes a lot of information generated both by the author when they submitted the manuscript and by the editorial office. Our purpose today as an associate editor would be to look at the PDF of the actual manuscript, make sure that we get familiar with the subject matter, perhaps also glance at the abstract and the accompanying letters submitted by the editor with the manuscript. And if there were any problems with the PDF, we could also refer to the original files submitted by the author, which are here below. But in any case, the purpose of looking into the details of this manuscript would be to decide whether or not we feel this is within our scope, and if everything is in accordance with our normal areas of responsibility, we would click Agree and Continue. By clicking Agree and Continue, we move from the Details section into the Review section of this manuscript. We still have a few essential details of the manuscript at the top of the page, and we also have the names of the editorial staff associated with this manuscript. At this point, we would like to search for a reviewer for this manuscript. In fact, more than one. What we would typically do at this stage is to generate a list of possible reviewers, many more than we actually need, because we've taken the time now to get in touch with the contents of the manuscript. We might as well compile a list of, say, 5 or 6 reviewers, perhaps not calling on all of them at once, but having that list available to us in case we get a decline or a non-responder. I will go ahead and click Search for a Reviewer. Okay, and by doing that, we've opened up, you'll see we're still on the same page, the review page. We're just at the bottom of the page now where we've opened up a whole new section called Search for Reviewer in Database. This is the section we use to search for reviewers. We can search all in the database that previously have been granted reviewer permission, or we can search every name in the database. For now, I think I'll leave it on all reviewers. We can also further define that search with a first name, a last name, an email, an institution, or an area of expertise. And we can also use keywords denoting areas of expertise. If we choose to use a keyword, let's say in this case we can choose organs. You can see that that has generated quite a number of possible reviewers for this manuscript. On the right-hand side, if someone is eligible to review, you'll see this box that can be checked off. We don't have an example of it now, but occasionally a name will be generated where the person on the list is an author and not actually able to review, in which case this box would not be available, and instead there would be the word author with an exclamation point. But just to move forward, This is a very useful view of several possible reviewers for this manuscript. In the reviewer history column, you have a lot of information I'd just like to quickly run through. For example, for this person, Dr. Bjorn Bjersen, we can see that he has 4 replies pending. The last review submitted was on this date. We can also look at his entire review history within the platform, get an idea of how much work he has already done and how quick he is to return reviews. We can look at external publications through PubMed or Google Scholar in his name. Again, you can click these resources and look through what other publications this name might be associated with, but it would be recommendable to make sure that you can verify the identification of the person. Sometimes names repeat. So you can see that we have a lot of information in this third column, review history, and for the sake of our demo today, I will simply click some of the names on this list and add selected to reviewer list. Now you can see we've started to compile a list of names that could be possible reviewers for this manuscript. Even though the manuscript only requires 2 reviews to make a decision or a recommendation, it's always good to have more names on our list, so I will click search for a reviewer and try to find at least 2 more names. Okay, this time I think I will search according to another keyword. How about heart? And search. Great, we've generated 1 more name. I'm going to pretend that all of this looks in order and select that name. And I would also like to show that we have the possibility always of adding a new reviewer to the database. Let's go ahead and click that button just to show you how that works. This would be to add information of a person that was not turning up in one of your searches. You could always add the essential title, first name, last name, and email and area of expertise, and then add that person to the database. But for right now, we'll just go back to the screen we were just at. Whoops, let's try that again. And we will select and add that reviewer to our list. Great, now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll add 1 more. Again, this is a demo, so all of our members of the different lists are actually not necessarily ideal candidates for this manuscript, but we'll just select them and add them for the purpose of the demo. Okay, now we've got 5 names on our list, and I feel as an associate editor that that's a good number of people to have on my possible list of reviewers. I will go ahead and invite the first person on the list, and I'll click that envelope icon. That will bring me forth to the automatically generated email page. You can see that the details of that person are automatically generated, and here is the message that would be sent. I can always personalize the message. You can click into this text here, and if you wanted to call the person by their first name, if you perhaps knew them, you could change that, etc. When you're done editing your email, you can save and send. Continue. And you'll see that the status has been updated on our list. It says invited and reply pending. I'm going to go ahead and send out another invitation to Gabrielle Larson. At this stage, I'm not going to make any edits in the automatically generated email. I'm just going to save and send. And when we come back to the list, you see again that these 2 people are both invited now. So 2 have been invited. Depending on the way that you operate, you could invite more at this stage, or you could wait to get responses from the first 2 before inviting more. I'm just going to show you quickly how it works if you click Invite All. Are you sure you want to invite the reviewers in this list who have not yet been invited? The standard invitation templates text will be sent to the potential reviewers. If that suits your purposes, to quickly invite everyone on your list, you can go ahead and click Yes Invite. And you'll see that you have an extra confirmation here in a separate green box that the last 3 have been invited, as well as their status update on your possible reviewers list down here. So now we've effectively sent an invitation out to the 5 reviewers that are potentially good reviewers for this manuscript, and that concludes our demo for today. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.